Hello everybody, Jason here with another gear review. Sunglasses, this time Smith Ruckus. So I got the Smith Ruckus sunglasses for mountain biking primarily in the beginning, and I've been looking for mountain biking glasses that suit my needs for a long time. And I found them with 100% Speedtraps, which I did a review earlier on. And I rode those for like 2 years ago and a little bit last year, but then I decided to try these last year, and I'm really happy with them. They kind of tick all the boxes that I look for in a performance sunglass that I use in higher speed sports like mountain biking and skiing. I've also been using these for backcountry skiing that I do here in the Sierra, and they've been working out great for that. So what I like about the Ruckus is that they have a lot of coverage on the side here, a lot of coverage top to bottom. When I get up to speed on my mountain bike or when I'm doing a downhill run on my skis, the wind doesn't make my eyes tear up. So that's really important to me. I've been trying to find sunglasses that will allow me to do these higher speed sports without wearing goggles. And right now, my backcountry skiing that I'm doing, it's springtime here in the Sierra, so for us, it's time to harvest some corn snow. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And I have a lap right out of my front door. It's about a 1,000 foot climb. It takes me about an hour to knock out. So I pretty much do it almost every day. And so I've been wearing these, doing that lap, and they've been great. They don't fog up. When I come down, my eyes don't tear up. And there's no way I'm wearing goggles spring skiing here in the Sierra. They would just be way too hot. And so like I mentioned before, I just don't buy sunglasses anymore that don't have replaceable lenses. And of course, these Smith Ruckus do have replaceable lenses. And in the case of the Ruckus, they use what Smith calls their Pivlock system to replace their lenses. And it's a pretty easy, simple system to use. You basically just flip it off like that, do the other side, and then the nose, temple here, you just pinch them and it just pops out like that. So it's pretty simple, straightforward. I think it's a great system. Take you probably under a minute to switch out lenses. And of course, with your purchase with Smith, you get this handy dandy carrying case, rather large, fits your glasses in there, comes with the cloth that both serves as a bag to put your glasses in and also a cleaning cloth. And in the case of the Ruckus, they come with an extra pair of lenses, which is great. I believe it's called their igniters. So it's a more see-through lens, but it does have a tint to it. I use this on overcast days, especially in the shoulder season here when we get some of the systems that move in, we get some cloud cover. These work great in the forest when I'm mountain biking in those conditions. They also work great when you're skiing during a storm because, you know, of course you've got overcast during a storm and you put those igniters on, you get the protection from the wind and the snow, but you still get good visibility while you're skiing. So I like these Ruckus so much that I actually ended up getting a second pair of them. And these are kind of more my mountain biking glasses. These are the platinum lenses. The lenses are the platinum, and so they're a little darker in shade. They're a gray base lens. So these I use for my backcountry skiing when I'm out in those wide open slopes that are, you know, they're snow, so it's white and bright. And of course we got lots of sun here. So I want as much protection from that sun exposure as possible. So I wear these when I ski. And then when I mountain bike, I wear these because they're not tinted as darkly as these are, but they're great for those sunny days here when you're in the forest because they have really good definition with the shadows. So, you know, you got some shade cover from the trees, it's sunny out, and so you're able to see the shadows, the rocks, the roots, that kind of stuff. But then when you come out onto like the ridge line or something like that, out into the open, you're not in the shade anymore, you still get really good sun protection from these. The other reason I got an extra pair of these is because what I like to do is I like to have them set up, especially in shoulder season in the fall from when I'm mountain biking. I will have these set up like this with the red mirror lens in there, the brown base lens, and then I'll put the igniter in these. And you know, in the fall, any day it can be sunny, and then the next day it could be overcast because we have a system moving in, and it goes like that back and forth. So I just like to be able to go into the garage, grab this pair if it's a sunny day, and then put this pair on with the igniters in them that's already set up, and you know, I'm gone. If you don't, you know, want to spend money for 2 pairs, I get that. That's the great thing about these Smiths and the replaceable lenses, because you can have 1 pair and it's going to pretty much serve all of your needs with the interchangeable lenses. So, you know, if it's sunny and you're mountain biking today, you put these, you know, you leave these in. But then if it's overcast, you just replace the lens with the igniter. It's going to take you less than a minute, trust me. See, as simple as that. Another nice thing about the Ruckus is that the nose bridge is actually adjustable. So if you just squeeze out like that, that makes them narrower. And if you just push them back out like that, that makes them wider, so that you can either have them sit closer to your face or farther away from your face, depending on your liking. Maybe you want a little bit more airflow, maybe you want them closer for a little more protection. So that's a nice feature. Okay, so let me talk about the anti-fogging with these sunglasses, because I think that's one area where they really stand out. I've had a lot of different glasses and they've been all over the place in terms of performance, for anti-fogging to not great to really good. These, I have not had them fog up on me at all, and I've ridden them in cold temps for mountain biking, and I've skied with them in cold temps. And normally, you know, this is the way it goes for me when glasses would fog up. You're working really hard. You're climbing up a long climb on your mountain bike, or you're skinning up on your skis in the springtime. And so you're working up a sweat and you're working hard, you're breathing hard. And as long as you're moving, you have a little bit of airflow, usually glasses won't fog up on me. But I have had other glasses in the past that actually would fog up on me in those contexts, and I don't have them anymore because I don't have time for that. So then what happens is, you know, you're pretty good, you get up to the top, or you stop somewhere to rest, and that airflow goes away. That's generally when sunglasses in the past would fog up on me. And so, you know, just, okay, I just expect that. But that has never happened with these glasses. And like I said, I've used them in cold temps. I'm working really hard. I get to the top of the climb and I'm getting a drink of water and I'm sitting there resting, no airflow, and they haven't fogged up on me yet. So whatever you're doing, Smith, with your anti-fogging, keep doing it because it is working. Okay, so anti-fogging definitely stands above all others so far. What I want to do is compare them to the 100% Speedtraps that I still have. You know, once I found these, I rode these for about 1.5 years, or, you know, for us it's two and a half summers, spring, summer, and falls, two and a half seasons. About midway last season is when I decided to get the Ruckus, and I've stuck with those. But I have to say, these were the best up until I got the Ruckus in terms of wind protection, which is really important to me. Their anti-fogging is pretty good. It's not as good as the Smiths. Here's where the Smiths stand out for me. And the reason that I'm using these now is because the 100% Speedtraps and a bunch of other glasses out there are, you know, like a full frame. And what I like about the Smiths is that they are frameless. So I get the same amount of protection, I get superior anti-fogging with a frameless profile, so that I feel like my field of vision is much better, both on the peripheral and in the foreground when I'm looking down on the ground. So I really don't have any blockage with these. Whereas when you go with a sunglass like this that has a full frame or even a partial frame, you get some of that blockage. You know, I don't know how much you actually notice it when you're riding, but it's one thing I do like about the Smiths. They also seem a little bit lighter because of that, because they don't have the frame. So, you know, with the Smiths, I don't even know I have them on. And for me, that's a win-win right there, if I forget I'm even wearing sunglasses. So what would I say overall for these? I can't recommend them more highly. They tick all the boxes for me for performance sunglass, with the wind coverage, with the anti-fogging. You know, for my skiing and mountain biking and all of that, they're just perfect for that. Are they fashionable? I don't know. That's up to you. It's an opinion. You know, some people might wear these out in the town and all of that, and that's great. And you know what, I would too. I don't care, especially after you're done with the mountain biking and you go out for a beer or whatever afterwards, just keep wearing them, right? I mean, so overall takeaway, definitely a performance sunglass, good for high-speed sports, probably good on the water for fishing, paddling, all that kind of stuff. You can wear them around town, driving. So, they would probably serve as a everyday sunglass for a whole bunch of people as well. So all I can say is I'm happy with them. Smith does make some other sunglasses that are, more mountain biking specific, but I do know that the measurements of these are pretty much the same for their mountain bike sunglass that has a similar profile. It's a wraparound, same in terms of they're as tall, they're as wide, so the same amount of protection. But those other sunglasses that Smith makes, the mountain bike version, they do have like a frame here on the bottom. So for me, what set these apart again is that they're frameless. So when I look down, if I need to look down, I have got no obstruction there. So that just sold them for me. So if you like what you've seen here, become a subscriber. Click the box. It's either here or over here somewhere. I'm going to be doing some other gear reviews, hopefully coming up here. A carbon handlebar that I found that I really like to deal with some wrist issues that I was having last year. So that should be coming up, so check that out. And until then, we'll see you next time.